Have you got an exterior light you want to change out? Today we're going to be installing a dusk to dawn motion detector light from CINOTON, and I'm going to show you exactly how it works and the quality of it. We were contacted by CINOTON to give their outdoor light a try, and they gave us a choice of what we wanted to do, and they sent a light fixture that is more conducive to what we like. It's more our style. They have several styles to choose from. Now this one right here is electric, so it's worked off a switch. But also it is motion detector and also a dusk to dawn light. And the way you program it is once it's installed, hooked up, you program it through your switch. Turn it off, turn it on a certain amount of times within a number amount of seconds. And that programs it to the way you want it to be custom to your liking. So we're going to go ahead and remove the old one and install the new one. Currently we have lights that look almost identical to this. This light though is high quality. There is a total different feel, a total different quality to this light compared to the one we have installed. This one has ceramic for the receptacle of the bulb, and the material that it's made of is heavy. The other one we have is a kind of cheap, lightweight thing. This thing is great quality. You can feel it in your hands. So I'm going to go ahead and install it and show you how it works. So what comes in the box is 2 sets of fixtures and also the instructions. The instructions are how to program it. And from a first appearance, it looks fairly simple setup. Once we get this storm that's currently going on to blow over and it gets dark, we'll show you how to set it up. Okay, I've got the similar light that we have on. I've got it taken down and the mount taken off. The quality difference between these two is a lot. The ones we put up prior, they are very thin and very flimsy, and they don't hold up well to the wind. So we're very excited about the one from CINOTON, and because it is just so much heavier. So I'm going to go ahead and install this. I'm going to put the bracket up first, then I'll show you how to hook up the wire and install this unit. Okay, so we're going to install the new bracket, mounting bracket for it. Existing, we have the ground wire to the ground lug that's for the fixture that's already installed. So the only thing we need to do is get this squared up and install our screws that they provided. I'll screw those down. So right now is when you need to make sure it's square. Okay, so once we have that in place, I'm going to take the copper bare wire that's on the fixture itself, and I'm going to go to the ground lug on the bracket and screw that. I'm going to just wrap that around it, just like so, and screw that back in. And go ahead and let that support the light while I'm working on the rest of it. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is they provided the wire nuts with the light fixture itself. So we're going to take the black wire, which is the line, or the hot line. We're going to take our black wire from our unit, nut that on, and then I'm going to give it a tug. I want to make sure that that's going to be in there nice and sturdy. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do our neutral. And as always, if I didn't mention it, make sure the switch is off. Okay, so now we have this point, and now it's time to adjust these screws right here. These are the mounting screws, and we want to make sure that we have about 1/4 inch of this screw coming through. I'm going to go ahead and tuck these in back behind the fixture, just like so. And then I'm going to measure these here. I'm not going to push it on so I pinch my wires. So I need to screw these actually in so that the I can put on the mounting. That will work right there just fine. Next thing we're going to do is tuck these wires in. I don't want to put this on and then pinch them. So they provide a couple rubber washers and then the caps. So we'll take the rubber washer, put it on first, take our nutted cap, secure that down, and the washer is obviously just for water not to penetrate in. Okay, it's nice and tight. And we're going to go ahead and put our shade on. To put the shade on, I'm just going to unscrew the retaining nut and put the shade on, and then bring the nut back over, and I'm just going to hand tighten that as much as I can, just like that, so it's nice and sturdy. The next thing to do is to caulk around the fixture itself so water doesn't migrate in, and that's just either using some clear silicone or some white caulking in our case. Since this is a dusk to dawn light and motion sensor, we'll be testing this tonight. Won't be able to do it right now. I can put a bulb in, check it, but I want to make sure that the programming through the instructions all work, so we'll just wait till it darkens up and then we'll try it. Okay, we're super impressed by the brightness of the light, and the kickdown mode is extremely cool. Like I said before, it's just actually a quality light that they're producing. That's 35% of power given to the light. So you can see it's just a small glow. As soon as I put my hand in front of it, it kicks up. Okay, on the programming, there's three choices. There's either the standard when you turn it on and it's a low light until something hits the motion detector, and then that goes off. The next is just motion detector only, and then the third is just dusk to dawn only. So the first phase is just power on, and so that'll be this plus motion detector, and then once that happens, it goes like that. Okay, number two, if I hit the switch twice in 2 seconds, it's just going to be motion detector only, just like that. Okay, so now if I turn off the switch, turn it back on, it'll just be dusk to dawn. So that will be whatever the sign comes up, it'll automatically kick down. The instructions are easy to follow, just the 3 steps on the 3 different phases of what can be done. So don't worry about it, it's all in there. So if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. That will have a link to the product. And also, if you want to, subscribe to DIY on the House. And like I said, this is a great light. I would buy it.